Hiya YouTube, and thank you for joining us. Hello Facebook, thank you for coming on board tonight. It's been a crazy day today. It's non-stop from start to finish. I hope we're all doing okay. I hope we're cracking on with life at the moment. And breathe. Hiya Sharon, hiya John. So tonight we are making sweet and spicy Indonesian pork skewers, and that's what they look like, people. But instead of runner beans, we got broccoli. I don't mind when they give you substitutes, it's when they don't send anything at all that annoys me. So I'm going to crack on with this then. So rinse the sushi rice in a sieve under cold running water for 30 seconds. Use your hands to really wash the grains. Then set aside and drain fully. Interesting. They do look good, don't they? You gutted you're not doing it with me now, Sharon? So, in case you haven't ever seen sushi rice before, it's slightly smaller than normal rice, and it gets quite starchy, which makes it sushi rice, which makes it stick together easier. Sure. Make sure that's cold. There goes my hot water, doesn't it? Not any hot water? No, darling, I've just rinsed cold water and hot. Hey, Mum! So, add drained rice with 200 millilitres of cold water. So let's do that as well while we're here. Exactly 200 millilitres. So I'm going to put it straight into this pan. I'm going to need that again in a minute, aren't I? And I'll use my new lid from my Auntie Sharon, because it's telling me and a generous pinch of salt, and then bring to the boil. So just get that going on that one. I'm just going to take that bit of water out there. Be alright, don't mind having a little bit of starchy water. Once boiling, reduce the heat to a low until very gently bubbling and cook. Covered for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, remove the pot from the heat and keep covered for a further 10 minutes before serving. Don't peek. Keep the lid on. It needs to be sticky. Are you bridey? Right, so what are we doing next? Soak the skewers. So we've got 4 whole skewers today. I'm going to actually get my flat bowl that we're going to use for actually cooking in, for serving in, but soak the skewers, it is perfect because it will just cover them up just like that, look, just like that. So I'm just going to let that there and just soak away for a bit. And then it says finely chopped garlic, ginger and lemongrass. I've got to bash the lemongrass with a...
Throw it away this time.
Yeah, at least Claude didn't throw it away this time. Thinking it was a dodgy... To be fair, I'll get a point. She thought it was a dodgy spring onion.
I did.
You know, she didn't realise that it's pretty solid and not very spring oniony at all, really. It is a little bit, but, you know.
I didn't sniff it, she looks like one.
She didn't sniff it, it just looks like one. So I'm not going to finely chop this garlic. I'm actually going to use the garlic press that, once again, my Auntie Sharon sent to me.
What a good garlic press it is, Sharon.
It is a good garlic press. 5-second rule. And I'm going to put that straight into that bowl at the back, because can you see this bowl at the back? I'll bring it forward a bit. All that lovely garlic. Ginger, ginger. Here we go. There you go. I've sorted that. What have we all got for dinner tonight then? What have you already had for dinner? That might be an easier question to some of you. No? Nobody's talking? Nobody's talking, it means more cooking. Come on people, you've got to help me out today. I'm a bit tired today. I did a show for an American crowd last night. And I was still on talking to them till 12:30, so past midnight. And I'm not a young whippersnapper anymore that can do these sort of things and still get up early the next morning. But it was good and it was fun and I really enjoyed it and I'd do it again, definitely. But then I've had an extremely busy day today as well. Been non-stop since the moment I woke up, pretty much. Although Claude is amazing and she does bring me a lovely cup of tea in bed every single morning. And I really, really appreciate that because it really gets my day going well.
Never mind how shit and stressful your day is.
I always enjoy that first cup of tea in the morning from the lovely Claudine West. And then today, because I know she's been having a bit of a bad day today, really, really busy with everything she's doing, I decided, are you ready for this? Ooh, beef stew. And John, beef stew. Maybe sausages. It's lovely, isn't it? It's really nice when you get a cup of tea in the morning and steak. So I decided, because Claude has had a bit of a bad day, I cooked her a pineapple upside down cake. I had a spare 20 minutes earlier, so instead of getting myself lunch, I made her an upside down cake. Yay! I'm pretty good like that. What else am I chopping for this? Oh yeah, this bad boy, which it says bash with a rolling pin, but I haven't got a rolling pin to take the hard out
Rolling
shower.
pin.
Huh?
We haven't got a rolling pin, have
We haven't got a rolling pin.
Because somewhat happened when the kitchen was installed. Didn't it?
Yeah. So our rolling pin kind of got used when our kitchen was installed. And destroyed. And never replaced. I don't know why they decided to use our rolling pin. And we've never got round to buying another one. So this is telling me to take off the hard outer shell and just get the middle bit, which is what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's the hard outer shell. That's the centre bit. Does need a bit more of that trimming off the edge though. And then it's telling me to dice this up finely. Never diced a lemongrass up finely before, so this is going to be interesting. Who knows what I'm doing right now? On Monday night this week, I had "Why don't you make the cake live?" Yeah, no. No, Sharon. Why don't you make a cake live? So on Monday, when I didn't do gusto, I made homemade pizzas. Fresh pizza breads and garlic and passata. So the passata that I used the other night got put on fresh pizzas. And I had pineapple and vegetables on mine, and Claude had pepperoni and veg and mushrooms because she loves mushrooms.
I do love mushrooms.
I've told you all that story last night. This must be the hardest thing I've ever chopped in terms of spices. I'm bored of chopping that now. That bit can go to waste. Goes in there as well. So this is for the pork skewers, I think. Where are we? Let's have a look. They would watch you, Auntie Sharon, and you know they would. Garlic, ginger, lemongrass. Once blitzed, combine the ginger and lemongrass paste, pork mince, and half the soya sauce. You use the rest for later. So, let's get into this pork mince, shall we? I've got a feeling I'm going to have to get my hands in this. Which isn't a bad thing, but... Just get that in there. That's not soya sauce, Sam. There's the soya sauce. Use half of that, they said, didn't they? Oops, not half over the floor, Ange. It's about half. Mix everything together in a bowl. Let's see if I can do it with a spoon, shall we? a spoon. Not going to be able to mould it to those skewers with a spoon though, am I? And there you go, people. That's everything mixed in a bowl. What's the strip coloured eggs on the top of your cupboard? Oh, that's for salt and sugar, salt and pepper that we've never used. We're going to take them into the caravan. Right. So divide that into 4 and press each skewer form of long sausage shape. These are the Indonesian pork skewers. So away goes that. This is where I'm going to have to get my hands in, people. See, I didn't really want to do that then. Pork skewers. Neat with that. So I'm not doing too bad, am I? Oh, it's gonna have to wait. This is interesting, me playing with my meat. Help it tonight, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mum. And final one. And there's the pork skewers. Just in there. Put that in there. And those have now got a... Because, as you know, our grill's not the best. I could cook on the top, but I'm not going to. While the skewers are grilling, heat a large white-based pan with olive oil. Hiya, Linda. Nobody's commenting on my crudeness. I bet they did chuckle, they're just not wanting to upset my mum. Minds. And salt. Add the green beans. Meanwhile, cut half the of red chilli into round. Chop the rest. Here we go. It's chilli time. This is for the topping. So as we know, Claude's the only one that has this on her top. So I'll just do a few little bits just to decorate it for her. Because Claude loves... Yes, you do, Angela. Things that happen with the chilli. This is a pretty big chilli actually, so I'm probably not going to use all of it, to be honest. And if Claude wants any more chilli on it, she can use the sriracha. Hiya, Claire. Oh, thanks for laughing. Being a wuss. Here comes the broccoli. So, thin slice of spring onion, not got any left. Here we go. Got the lime in half. You put the lime in the coconut. Okay, that's our dressing, people. Bit of a squirter. I didn't even intentionally do that. So the rest of the soy sauce and the West Country spice wine vinegar, red wine vinegar. And then olive oil, it said, didn't it? Did it say any salt? Do you remember? Usually does in these things, because this is supposed to be sweet and salty. Let's have a look. No, it didn't. It said brown sugar though, but I'm not going to add brown sugar. About 2 tablespoons, that'll do. Good mix up. You can see that all coming together in a really nice sauce there. there. Give them a quick flip. They're supposed to do. Right, I'm going to take that off the heat because we're going to have to wait for the skewers. Whew. Gives me a chance to tidy up, doesn't it? Always a bonus, Claude said. Always a bonus. I'm actually gonna... might let Claude put her own rounds on tonight. With the lime if she wants.
What?
Rounds. Chili rounds. Honey?
Yeah.
Shh. It's got to look good. It's got to look good, Missy. Oh, that's better. Back on the heat a bit. Tell you what I'll do. While I'm waiting, I'll just get another bowl of hot water going. Got planned for the weekend. I know what Lynn's got planned, the rugby. What's everybody else got planned for the weekend? Eh? This weekend. Who thinks England might actually have a chance of winning? Or should I say who's deluded enough to think England's got a chance of winning? Paul's going to be really happy that I've half washed up. See how nice I am to her. Sorry?
Always good after a challenging day to get a bit of pampering.
Oh, she says it's always good after a challenging day, people, to get a little bit of pampering. She's easy to please, my wife. To be fair, I've made her a bloody cake. I don't... It's really hot. Well, it depends how long the skewers are going to be now, darling. We'll just leave them to do their thing for a minute. Right. Nicely cooked now. All good. Pompey Cup final. Is that tomorrow? Loads of sex. Alright, Sharon, you just start playing a dirty mind on us. Just shout out things. We don't need to know what you're doing at the weekend. So, I'm just going to check on these pork skewers. Nah, they're going to be another 10 minutes or so yet. Going to turn the heat up a little bit because it's not quite high enough. So, yes. A good thing about doing it in the oven means that all the fat's going to drain out, which is always a good thing, really. Saturday, Pompey Cup final. Yeah, well, I'm going to be watching England rugby, I'm afraid. As much as I like Pompey, it's going to be about the England rugby French game. Chance to watch the Pompey Cup final and then watch the England French game. But there is another rugby game on before, and rugby will always win with me. Even when England's rubbish, and they're probably going to lose. At least if I watch Pompey, they might win. What the Pompey fans' reaction will be, because it's the same every time.
So they're in the cup final then?
Apparently. Is that the Checker Trade Trophy, or is it a different cup final? So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a spruce. I'm not going to use another fork though, I'm going to use that one. Look at that, nice and sticky either way. So lovely job. Keep it nice and warm. Hey Margaret. I'm quite tempted to get those pork skewers out and do them on the top. I was tempted to taste I'd have on this top, which is why I didn't do it that way. So now you've just got me talking at you. Don't let me forget away, people. I'm not talking to you, darling. I'm talking to people watching. She's going, you are. So you still ain't told me which Pompey Cup. Might as well start. Oh, it's the Checker Trade from last year. Thought it might have been. So, has any of you lot made a pineapple upside down cake before? Because I have. I put a little bit of the pineapple juice in the actual mixture, and it's actually made it really nicely pineapple-y. It's really good. And I'll show you again for everybody that's not seen. I'm quite impressed with the cake for years. So I didn't measure anything, I didn't weigh anything out, I just literally, and you can see where I've tasted a little bit on the corner. I literally just made it off the top of my head, bish bash bosh, straight in. It was pretty easy actually. Pineapple upside down cake, and it does taste good too. I like it. I used to like it when my mum made it when we were kids. To bake a lot when we were kids. We used to do cakes and all sorts together quite a lot. I think she does a lot with Jack and Tommy now. I think Jack likes to bake quite a bit. Right, let's check on these skewers, shall we? Browning for me, I'm afraid. You might have to wait another 5 minutes, people. And last night I forgot to put the Nigella seeds on. What did we have last night? Oh, the peanut butter chicken. That was really nice actually. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was.
I would have liked a little bit more chicken with it though, but then that would have been over a breast of chicken, you know. I do like my breasts of chicken. People was on a workshop with me tonight, I tell you. At least that's getting time to proper marinade, isn't it? It was really nice, and the chicken came out really, really well and really tasty. And as I got into it, I was like, no, the noodles are really good with it. And they were really good with it, with all that garlic and the chilli and everything in those noodles. They were really tasty. And with the pepper as well, it just really added a little bit of sweetness to it, which was really, really good. I'm on a roll. Thanks, darling. So yeah, it's really nice to have that little bit of sweetness added to it, and it was really good actually. It had just the right amount of kick. Although I did add an extra garlic clove because it didn't sound enough for me. A bit like this one, to be honest, but I almost added 2. But the pork's not going to be far off now, so I'm getting rid of that broccoli leaf, and I'm going to actually warm this broccoli back through. Just warm that through a bit, and then the pork skewers should be ready once I've done that. This turns out pretty good with the pork. We can do it as like a kebab on a kebab night, because they do kind of feel a bit like kebabs to me, and I do think we would easily be able to do it like a kebab. Done a kebab, I think it'd work quite well with that. Maybe leave out the lemongrass and put some other spices in with it. And I've never made them like that before, so it's the first time for me. So it's going to be interesting if they stay on the skewer, because who knows, they might come off quite quickly and quite easily. So, has anybody got any questions for me, or do I need to go and get my tarot cards? Don't make me go and get my tarot cards. I was only joking. So I was only joking, people. But yeah, it's been a bit hectic today. It's been which is quite nice. I've still got a few spaces, but they keep. And I'm not telling you boulder size. Bigger than my head, and they weigh heavier than most of me. What's the colourful eggs on top of your cupboard? I told you they're salt and pepper shakers. Do you want me to get one down for you?
Yeah, go on, get one down and show us.
Get one down and show you? Salt and pepper shakers. They're going to go in the caravan. Pepper. You know, so we can have salt and pepper parties in the caravan. Just me and Claude. You know, maybe a little salt and pepper fight. It's all good. There was once, when we used to work together at Tesco's, Claude decided it was funny to throw some water in my face. And, sorry? Me and just chuck water loads at me. Yeah, because that's health and safety, which at them days she wouldn't have cared about, to be fair.
I did actually end up.
Says the one that used to squirt air up people's bomb cracks.
Well, that was behind customer service desk.
Oh, it's not health and safety when it's behind customer service desks, apparently. So yeah, we was in the canteen and was about to eat, and Claude just threw some water at me, and then she started laughing and she lifted her arm, and there was a massive gap in her arm thing, so I just sneakily took the pepper lid off and just poured the whole lot down her arm sleeve, and she was itching all afternoon, and it was her own fault because she shouldn't have started with me. No, we have. It's a 2-berth caravan. Then lockdown happened and we haven't been able to take it out yet. So we've been doing it up and making it proper nice and funky. And sometimes we walk around with, and Patty follows us around there. We take a cup of tea round there. We've gone and sat in a caravan and pretended we're on holiday with a cup of tea and a bit of cake. And Patty walks around there with us.
You have to tell me who Patty is, because I don't know.
Patty's my cat. And she just jumps in the caravan with us, and then when we come back she walks back with us, because to get to our caravan we've got a hard standing out the back, but to get to it we've got to go out the front door and go round the houses and then get to the back to get to the caravan. And Patty likes, so it's quite nice having Patty in the caravan. And literally if you leave to go out and Patty's out the front, you can't go anywhere because Patty will follow you down the road. And if you're in the car, you see her chasing the car down the road to try and follow you. She's such a little beautiful girl and I love her to pieces. She's crazy. She is really crazy, especially when you're giving her catnip.
Welsh, isn't
She is Welsh as well. And ginger, Claude said. She says that's why she's crazy, because she's ginger.
she? Got ginger in her.
Mum, I'd have a word with this Claudine West. I didn't say that, she did. Let's have a look. Just going to leave them in there while this broccoli's, while I'm just doing this. But they're pretty much almost done. Yay! So, turn that up a bit more. That's better. Ones on the outside are all quite warm. Ow. Doofus. So, I'm going to get the rice out first. As you can see, it's nice and sticky. Huh? Old rice.
I said it smells nice.
Oh, she says it smells nice. I'm glad it smells nice, Claudine West. I love sushi rice. One of my favourite things in the world. Problem we find with sushi rice though, and when we're making sushi, once made it for Claude for lunch the next day, and as I was making it, she kept eating it, and then I started eating it as well because she was eating it, and we never got round to making her lunch the next day. We ended up just eating the sushi. So if she ever, otherwise we just end up eating it.
I like it so much.
It is so Moorish. So let's get this broccoli out. Right, I'm going to put this sauce on before I put the pork on. Do want a little bit actually, but not too much. Nice and easy. We'll give Claude that fork. Sorry? A couple of minutes, yeah, sorry. She's having a go at me because I didn't give her a time. BBC 2. Are you ready for the pork de la resistance? Look at that bad boy. It smells amazing. I've got to say. Bloody hot. So, let's run this over to Claudine West. Sometimes I sing to Claude. Claudine West is a pest in a vest. He puts me to the test. So, there we have Indonesian pork skewers with greens and sushi rice. And I will come back and get you people. Oh, guess what I didn't put on?
What?
Wait. Crispy onions. Apparently. Right. Oh, we've already had the little Willies conversation, you know, with me playing with my meat and not used to that size being in my hands and everything, Sharon.
So I'm just put this chilli on the line, which I'm gonna. I fancy a bit more heat today. I'm feeling a bit cold today. The weather's gone a bit. So put some lime on there.
Put your lime on your coconut.
Right, so I've got a bit of pork. Making that again, bitch toots.
Is that a Friday night treat?
Yeah.
Normally?
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. So there you go, people. That is our pork skewers, Indonesian pork skewers with sushi rice and greens. And it's supposed to be sweet and sour at the same time. So, all good. Thank you, YouTube, as normal. Goodbye.